800. Red light blinking on the gates. Brodie Kirby takes I'm Pretty in. Gates have opened. They're off, and she's the last of them away as well. I'm Pretty with Jester Noir beaten for speed. Tramontane is going to get there easily, and so Tramontane burned them off straight to the top from My Lady Fair and Zephyr Queen. 2 lengths further back behind them. What About Moses, having to be stoked up in the early part. 3/4 of a length away, Fair Trucive. I'm Pretty is next near the rail, and Look Out dropping towards the tail end of the field with Jester Noir. Into the first corner they go, and to the side at the 800 mark, and the fave Tramontane led the way a length and a half. Zephyr Queen now being sent around the outside, gets up to a clear second from My Lady Fair. What About Moses running fourth and getting a nice bit of cover here in the middle stages. I'm Pretty sneaking up near the inside in front of Fair Trucive. Second last is Look Out, and about 5 from the leader, which is doing it comfortably, and 3 lengths Jester Noir. Into the straight now, 400 left to travel, and Tramontane headed for the judge, a length and a half to 2 clear My Lady Fair. On the outside now, Zephyr Queen. What About Moses? I'm Pretty having to switch back inside the heels of Tramontane, who's in real bother. What About Moses had reached the lead. What About Moses goes to the front from Zephyr Queen. Look Out is starting to run on with Fair Trucive. What About Moses? Pricked its ears up. Look Out charging down the outside. What About Moses in front and might have just fallen in. Very close. Look Out got a dive at him right on the line. What About Moses and Look Out together? A big dive from the outside horse. Zephyr Queen, Fair Trucive there in a photo for third. Behind them is I'm Pretty, which really never got a real crack down on the inside. It couldn't get through from Tramontane, who laboured in the straight, followed by My Lady Fair, and Jester Noir is a long last. It's a photo result. Look Out getting a dive at What About Moses on the line. What About Moses with its head in front, half a step, but Look Out did put the big lunge in, and that will count for plenty as we wait for the numbers. Look Out, What About Moses, Tramontane leading, getting comfortably, and wilting up late as these two horses go to the post. Look Out gets the dive in and might have got the momentum to get home. Nine's got it, Look Out, and they've backed it in for a good result. Conceded them a good head start. Look Out by patronised Chris Parnham for the Neville Parnham stable from second last has cut What About Moses down in the shadows to win by a nose, and 4 Fair Trucive in that photo result for third, getting that ahead of Zephyr Queen. I'm Pretty took a long time to get up on the inside of Tramontane and never had the momentum to reach them. It was the one wide out, Look Out. The one that the money had come for. There'd been 9's bet early doors in markets, jumping officially 460 for Nev Carolyn Parnham, W. Brooks, also Bruce Williamson, Gary Dickey, B.R. Williamson, Neville Parnham and Chris Parnham, and 2 wins out of 16. So it beats the 7, What About Moses, by Playing God from Shubain, Steve Wolfe, Sean McGruddy, and 4 Fair Trucive by Trade Fair from Obtrusive, Dan Morton and Steve Parnham. And those 3/4 of the margins, tight finish, 118.61, 36.11 the sectional. At 2 after 1 today, the third, the Tab Touch Better Your Bet plate over the 1,000 metres. 9 comes out, Paris Report. Brittany Taylor's with us now after that very close photo result, going the way of the well back Look Out, getting there in the nick of time.
He did, and he was a fair way off them, but we know this horse has a nice finish, and Neville, today that's exactly what we saw. The horse a fair way off Tramontane when they were coming to the turn, but really produced a nice turn of foot late.
Yeah, it certainly did. You know, I know all the hype was on the Darren's horse, and he has looked really good in his races and trials, and you know, with the expected speed being on in 1,300 metres, I thought it might sort of suit us if we just sort of stayed out the back and tried to get him late, and Chris did that. He just sort of went back to last and was able to get on the back of Fair Trucive and got a nice card into it, and he does tend to sort of get to the front and float a little bit, so getting there right on the line was probably to his advantage.
Chris will be happy with you, but you might be in trouble with Steve because you were just saying off air that you convinced him that the other one might have been a better ride in Danny's horse.
Actually, I thought it was a good ride to have when he was offered the ride, and I said, oh, well, you can always get back on mine, but, you know, he's... I thought it would be a good chance, but nevertheless, I got it wrong.
Well, you'll be happy to get it wrong because you've got the victory. Well done.
Yeah, we're very happy about it. It's good for the owners. They've had a bit of fun with him. Unfortunately, we sort of, you know, kept running a lot of placings with him, but they've stuck with him, and it's good to get a win for him.
They've been rewarded for their patience. Well done.
Thank you.
Neville Parnham there, and son Chris takes over the duties from his brother, but that was a really nice finish from the horse.
It was a super finish. He raced pretty greenly in the straight and wasn't sure if he got there, but I was glad he did.
You were a fair way off the leading brigade. What did the tempo feel like for you?
It was strong enough, but I thought they'd go a bit harder than what they did. But it still suited us from back where we were, and I just was patient and then let him go with a run, and he let down really strongly, but just probably nearly threw it away with how green he was.
What's your best ride for the rest of the day?
I think Cura Star will go well in the last. Just gave him a soft trial the other day, so hopefully he can run well.
All right, best of luck for the rest of the day. Well done on this one.
Thank you.
Chris Parnham and Neville Parnham combining with Lookout had already produced a really strong final 600 2 starts ago, and today when the horse was rolling along out in front, maybe not as fast as we were expecting, but Lookout was able to produce a really nice finish from a long way off them to take out the second here at BEL20190810.